Greetings from Florida. We're working on a 2007 to 2009 Elantra or the 2006 to 2010 Sonata. There might be some small differences. You've got a couple screws, one behind the pull handle, one behind the armrest pull. Take off the side view mirror cover. Panel comes off quite easily. That's the best part of it. But this is a pretty involved repair. So I sped this up to double time, otherwise you'd be here all day. As you can see from that hole that I drilled right behind where those cables are, I was there before and I locked up the window and put a bolt in it just so that it would stay in place. Make sure that you've got the right regulator before you get started. I think that's an 8mm if I'm not mistaken. Take that out. And then you're going to have to remove the outside handle. And I'm not sure how much of a job I did showing that. I don't know if you have to remove, sometimes you got to remove it and sometimes you got to just loosen it. Once you do, you're going to get off that orange cover, well, whatever color your car is. And you may scratch up the car a little bit, but you got to get that off to get the handle off, to get the latch out. It's quite a device. And once you do that, you can pull firmly the handle, and remember to not lose those rubber grommets, those rubber, and then that is I believe 5/16. So you're going to loosen that. You don't take it out, but you loosen it. What's up next? I haven't taken the latch out, but we are going to be taking the latch out as well. Take those off, you'll put them back on the new one. You're going to take off the handle where the wires are. Take off the motor. 10mm bolts, that's pretty easy. You need to knock out the center point of the rivet, the mandrel. Knock that out, and you're going to have to drill off the speaker. You're going to need some self-tapping 5/16 nuts to put the speaker back onto the new one. And when you drill it out, be careful not to drill too much into the plastic of the speaker. It doesn't matter if you drill through the metal of the regulator because you're throwing that away, but be careful about the plastic of the speaker. Let's get that out of the way. Oh, you get a lot of 10mm bolts all the way around, so take those off. By the way, the Elantra and the Elantra Touring may be different regulators. Just keep that in mind. 10mm bolts hold those brackets to the glass. Put the window up, grab your handy suction cup, 3M Astro pneumatic suction cup. You're going to take off all the wiring harnesses. Clip, unclip, unclip, clip. Pull that out. I'm so fast. The reason is that long wire is going to need to be threaded through the new regulator and clicked into the wiring harness on the latch. So that's the reason you're taking out the latch. The back doors are really a challenge, by the way. The front ones are hard, but the back ones are even worse. So I got the 3 bolts that hold the latch in. Take that off, put it back in the back panel. You're going to take out the whole thing. Push those little rubber things inside. Yeah. And next up, you're going to take out the entire latch assembly, which should come out pretty easy. Good size of latch. Now, I don't know how visible I made this for you, and if I didn't, I I probably don't have these on my website, upanddownmainstreet.com, because of the cost of shipping it. Now you see that white plastic piece that holds the latch on? You should be able to pull the latch assembly off of that. And I did unplug the wiring harness from the latch, which I must have done. And now you're going to thread that back through like that. And then that's going to anchor into right there. Let's try that again. And then you grab that wiring harness I talked about. You're going to pull it through there, connect it. And I believe there's a retaining clip on the inside of the panel. If I'm not mistaken, can't really see it, but you'll see it. Take a look when you take off the old one. You're going to put this back on, and if you need some help, you can go to the other side and pull it through from where the handle is. Put in a couple of bolts to hold it in place. Oh, and then make sure you pull those rubber, I don't know what you call them, rubber covers through. So you can go ahead and line up your the 3 small bolts for the latch. Tighten those down, make sure they all line up, don't over tighten them. This was before I had my new iPhone, when I was using an actual video camera. The video is much better on the iPhone now, believe it or not. Ooh, I'm dizzy. Nice shoes. Skechers, it's all I wear, they're the best. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and put that back in, it slides in, and make sure that those little points onto the left of it are lined up, and make sure that the other side lines up. Very important to get the handle in. You're going to need the handle to open the door. Oh, see, I loosened it because I don't think I had it secured properly. And then put those plastic gaskets back on, rubber gaskets. And that goes in. And some of these are really a challenge to get on and off, some of these handles. This one wasn't too bad. Some of them really are hard. Ooh, everything stopped moving. I must have put it back on the tripod. So I'm putting the cover back on. And if you're doing the driver's door, that cover's probably a keyhole, and it lines up into the latch, and you'll see that. On the passenger door, it's obviously just a cover, and the newer Sonatas, it's obviously just a cover because you got the keyless remote. Put the cover, the cap back on with that, I believe it's an 8mm bolt. I could be wrong, but I think so. And then put all those retaining push pins back in. As you can see, if you move quickly, this whole job should only take you 13 minutes. Ha! So the rest of the 10 millimeters. And the motor, before you put the glass on the clips, the motor goes in first, because otherwise, as you bring the glass down, it's going to just slide the clips down. So the motor first. Then you can bring the glass down. I don't know if I mentioned this. Every now and then, lightly spray the 2 up and down channels with WD-40 or Power Lube or Pam cooking spray. They dry out from the heat and cause the glass to grab, so a little dab will do you every few months. Not the part your arm would rest on if the window was open. That's your seal strip. But the run channels that go up and down on the sides. Got a couple screws there. And the covers. And some screws, not Altoids. So that's for the speaker. Self-tapping screws. And that'll work just swell. You don't have to rivet that back in. Plug in the motor, plug in the wiring harness, right there. If you think this is hard, just be glad it's not an Audi. Oh, I had a couple clips that go to the door panel that came off, so I put those back on. And then you've only got a couple screws. One there. Oh, I forgot to get the wiring harness out there. That goes to the speaker that covers the side view mirror. Pops on. Bezel. And there's a cover for that screw. And there's a cover for the screw that's in that armrest as well. And I thank you very much. Appreciate you watching, and hopefully this helps you out. Have a great week. If you need me, just send me a message on YouTube, please. I'll be glad to answer it within a day or two. Thank you.